Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Master Jason Feng Shui channel. Currently, I'm at Thailand, at Northern Thailand. So, pardon me if the internet connection may not be too stable. So, today's slide will basically touch on what will be the developments for the last 3 months of 2024. As we all know, now we are already at September. So we are only left with October, November, and December, and then the new year 2025 will begin. And as all of us also are aware, right, that currently in this month of September, a lot of places are flooded due to very heavy rainfall. And throughout the world, I would say even places like America, Vietnam, China, they are all facing heavy flooding, even in northern Thailand, to be honest. So, what is actually happening? And I will try to explain to you in BaZi perspective. If you look at the lunar calendar, currently we are at the month of Kuei Yo, right? Kuei is a water heavenly stamp. Kuei water is actually representing rainfall. And Yo is actually a metal element. If you look at the Wu Xing cycle, metal will enhance water. That's why I have predicted earlier on, right? Even as early as in the month of June, that towards the month of September, there will likely to be very heavy rainfall and also accidents such as heavy flooding, very serious flooding, landslides, and other kind of natural disasters will happen frequently in many different countries throughout the world, right, in the month of September. And these will not subside even when we are moving into the month of October, because 2024 October, we are entering into the lunar month of Jia Xu. If you are someone who is well versed in BaZi reading, you will know that Xu is actually having a clashing relationship with Chen. This year is of the Jia Chen, and the month October will experience a very great instability throughout the world. And of course, when we talk about great instability, whenever there is a clash, it will also indicate great and significant changes globally. And if we are to look at one of the most major events that is going to occur in the month of November, in the month of October, especially, will be towards the almost approaching to the U.S. election, right? Let me check for you what is the exact day, U.S. election final day. As we all know, right, who is going to be the next president is going to be a very significant uh, event in for the world. So the election, U.S. election 2024 is going to be held on the 5th of November 2024. If it is on the 5th of November 2024, it will still be within the month of Jiaxu. So likewise, the month of October all the way to November, I will say all the way to the November 7th, okay? All the way to November 7th means before November 7th, right? This is a month of great changes globally. So I have already made a prediction on who stands a higher probability of winning the U.S. presidential election. My take is that Harris will definitely pose a significant threat to the Donald Trump's chance of becoming the next president. And even if Donald Trump is going to be the next president, right, he will face a lot of challenges to stay on, right? Even if he's being elected, okay? So I don't see Donald Trump will have a smooth ride for this presidential election. But Harris, she continue will enjoy very positive developments all the way uh, for the next 20 years of her life. So I still believed, right, Harris will have a higher chance of winning. And even if Donald Trump is to win, right, he will not be able to hold this position very long. He may not even finish his he finish well, right? Because currently I have analyzed both Zi Wei Dou Shu birth chart. Donald Trump's birth chart is actually not going through an auspicious decade trend, so I don't see Donald Trump being able to run this even if he is being elected, right? He will not be able to hold the position successfully or stably. But Harris, in the long run, is going to, have a very great political impact, both for the U.S. Government and also for the world development. Okay, so to summarize, September will be a month of great natural disasters, whereby there will be serious flooding everywhere. There will be typhoon, hurricane, storms, flooding, very serious flooding in many countries, which I have predicted in the month of June. You can go to my previous YouTube video, the one that's on the how is the development like in the second half of 2024, which is in my YouTube channel. Okay, so September, all of us should continue to stay vigilant, avoid going to dangerous places, dangerous destination, tourist destination, especially those near to coastal area or areas that are prone to flooding. And moving on towards the month of October, we all have to be cautious of earthquake and also incidences like that's related to the ground. For example, suddenly there will be sinkholes. For example, this has already occurred right in various parts of the world. So October, all the way to the 7th of November will be a dangerous month. All right, globally speaking, there will be very many life loss, I will say, and we also have to be be very cautious of traffic accidents, because 程序 clashes is a sign of airplane crashing, airplane crashing, vehicles getting into very major accidents. So we all have to be very cautious, okay? Especially about traffic and road safety. And thank you very much, Yvonne. Good evening. Thank you for watching. And Jiaming also, good evening. And Mr. David likewise. Okay, so really September and October, these 2 months is going to bring a lot of chaos globally. I know for those people who are residing in Singapore, they will go on live as usual because Singapore is a country without natural disasters, unlike places like Thailand, like Vietnam, like China, right? That's why now I'm at Lofton, Thailand, doing what I can to help the people here. So for the past few days, I have been to the hospitals to distribute food for the patients at the staying at the hospital, and also have visited the orphanage to distribute shoes, for example, to distribute shoes for the orphanage. Because I set the background to be, hopefully you can see. So this is a photo of me with the orphans. So they are really very happy. And on that day, I deliver the daily necessities to them. I also gave each of them a heart, because I really want all of them to know that there are people who care for them. There are people who really, even though we don't know them, right? We are, I mean, in the sense that we are not biologically related to them, we can still exercise a heart of compassion to shower them with love and to shower them with care and concern. So very happy day being able to sponsor and also to provide the daily necessities to the children. These are orphans at this temple. So you guys can catch the updates, right? Some my I'm not able to show you. Perhaps I will try to change the background to see if it will be better. Yeah. So this is a photo of video of me passing them the daily necessities and the shoes. The reason why I need to purchase them the shoes is because it is now rainy season, and when they go to school, they will walk with their shoes soaked in the water due to flooding. So yes, it's a very happy day being able to brought smiles to these orphans, and I also did my part to give them a heart on your behalf because I know many of you are also um, really want to extend your love and your care for these children. So they're saying thank you. Yeah. So continue the next few days. I will do my best also to gather more daily necessities and resources and also food items for people in need of help in Lofton, Thailand. Weather here is rainy, and I believe in the next few days, do pray for me because the storm, the typhoon, is coming to Northern Thailand. It will be more serious in the next few days, so my personal safety may be at risk. But I will do what I can, right, to help. And also, I have conducted the candle ritual for all the participants. So the candle ritual will continue and under the prayers of the abbot Long Po Som Ling. Okay, so hopefully it will bring all of you blessings, especially towards the last 3 months of the year 2024. 2024 has been really a year filled with personally, I feel that it's a special year for myself, but I know many people have experienced job loss, retrenchment. A lot of companies have made the announcement to let go, to lay off of workers because AI is going to take over many of our jobs. Therefore, job security will be a major issue in the years ahead, especially in the next 3 years. The next 3 years is going to be likewise globally chaotic. In the sense, nations will wage wars against one another. War in terms of economic war, in terms of military wars. There will be global political tensions, which will bring about financial instability and uncertainty. So the next 3 years are not positive years, I have to be honest. Especially in the year 2026 and 2007 in what we traditionally are called the 车马 Hongyang. And if you refer back to the history, Bing Wu, the year Bing Wu is of heavenly stems of Yang Bing fire and of Yang Wu fire of branch. And the year 2027 is of Ding fire heavenly stem and of Wei earth. So these 2 years are extreme in their temperature. In terms of BaZi reading, we will always strive to achieve balance, to have a kind of regulation in terms of the heavenly stems and earth branch, so-called temperature. Of course, I have mentioned many a times, BaZi is a form of metaphor. It's very much like algebra. They are reflecting the changes in the natural environment and in the universe. So starting next year, 2025, the world will continue to see a decline in terms of economic performance. The stock markets will collapse, will continue to have an devaluation of for example, stock prices, because as you know, stock is mainly of the metal and water element. Next year is the year of Yi Shi. There's no metal and there's no water. So be cautious, okay? Do not invest heavily into the stock. It is going to clash big time in the next 3 years, okay? It is going to clash big time in the next 3 years. And I will also say we have to be cautious of new viruses breaking out. It is very much like the COVID-19 years, whereby the extreme energy of the metal and water starting from 2019, 2020, and 2021 caused the pandemic of COVID-19. But moving into the next 3 years, another form of new virus will come about, also killing or affecting many lives, because the extreme temperature or the metaphorical representation of the fire element will once again cause global health issues. Okay, so we have to be very cautious, especially issues that are related to, in terms of fire element, it can be anything that is related to our blood, to our skin, and also can be related to our respiratory system to some extent. So, Wallace, thank you very much for watching from France. Good evening, Wallace. Let's hope the end is better between, because 2024, 2023 in a big question mark. Yeah, I do hope so. But I have to say, in the month of November and December, right? Perhaps I will also touch on these 2 months. Moving into the month of November, it is overall not not stable, because if we to look at into the month of 2024, this month of November, it is likewise pretty strong in the water elemental energy due to the presence of the high. If your chart is one that is leading the metal and water element, that it will be overall positive for you. But that part, right, you really need to know how to decode your chart. It's not like basing on your animal zodiacs only. Whenever we are entering into the new year, like for example, now we are entering into the new year 2025 soon, a lot of so-called astrologers, they will give you some kind of prediction based on your year of birth or animal zodiacs, and then subsequently ask you to buy this bracelet, ask you to buy this necklace or whatever. All right, it is nonsense. Okay, because within every year we have billions of life all having different kind of development and progression. Just look at you and the classmate that you graduated the same year with, who were born in the same year as you. Did you face the same developments in life? Did you get married in the same year? Did you give birth in the same year? Did you fall sick in the same year? Did you get retrenched in the same year? The obvious answer is no. But a lot of practitioners, especially those in Singapore, they don't even know how to conduct a proper BaZi reading, don't know how to conduct a proper Zi Wei Dou Shu reading, and just by basing on your animal zodiac, they will sell you this kind of crystal beads. Say you are of the ox zodiac, you must buy these for the year 2025. That because most of the clients and customers in Singapore are uninformed. And due to the fear of getting into problems, they will buy it themselves, this kind of bracelet, beads, and whatever to wear. All right. Okay, if you really want to waste money, by all means, you can go ahead. But BaZi reading, the authentic way of doing it is always looking at your year of birth, your month of birth, your day of birth, and your time of birth. That is the correct approach of conducting a BaZi reading. So let's take a look at Yvonne's comments. Pig, rats, and ox are winter animals. Yes, you can say so because, as you know, pig is of the high, rat is of the Zi, and ox is of the Chou. They actually represents towards the winter season. But the animal zodiac alone will only influence the day master trend or the birth chart less than 15%. All right, the influence of your year of birth of branch will only have less than 15% of influence to your overall BaZi reading or the analysis. So you must always look at the interaction of your day of birth, which is your heavenly stamp of your day of birth. There are 10 of them. 甲、乙、丙、丁、戊、子、庚、辛、壬、癸。甲 is yang wood, 乙 is yin wood, 丙 is yang fire, 丙 is yang fire, 丁 is yin fire, 木 is yang earth, 子 is yin earth, 庚 is yang metal, 辛 is yin metal, 壬 is 癸 water, 壬 is 癸 water, sorry, 壬 is yang water, 癸 is yin water. And all these will have an interaction with the rest of the heavenly stems and earth branches at your BaZi chart. And one of the factors that influence your day master the most is your month of birth, especially the earth branch. That's why if a practitioner, right, will look at your day master and its relation with the month of birth, it is still more logical. But all those who are asking you to buy this crystal base or this jade at $20,000 because you are of the ox zodiac, you are of the pig zodiac or whatever, I will say you can just consider them as rubbish, right? You can just consider them as rubbish because ultimately you must look at your entire birth chart. That is my most honest advice for all of you guys. But right, even starting now, right, so many feng shui practitioners in Singapore are already starting have advertisement. Right, next year you are a chicken, you are a pig, you are a pork, whatever. Then you must buy this crystal big and then this will help you. Okay, it is nonsense. Okay, ultimately we will also need to look at your Zi Wei Dou Shu birth chart. Zi Wei Dou Shu chart is very different from a BaZi chart. BaZi chart will analyze the interaction of the elemental strands that is consisting of the Wu Xing or the five elements, but Zi Wei Dou Shu go a step further. It will find the star that will represent you as a person, and then subsequently look at the interaction between the domains and the stars within the chart to give you a correct and accurate prediction. So I will conduct a series of in-depth Zi Wei Dou Shu lessons in the month of October, November, and December 2024 also. For those people who really wish to have a comprehensive understanding on how to go about the reading of the proper reading of a Zi Wei Dou Shu birth chart, I will encourage you to learn it yourself. Knowledge is power, and in the future it is this knowledge, right, that will give you an edge. We will move into a 20 period of time whereby products will no longer be the main things that we sell. Ideas instead will be the things that cannot be say the things, but ideas are the things that will be worth the most value in the next 20 years as we are moving into the Li Gua Jiu Yun, which is the non-universal period. So those people who lost their jobs, those people who are unemployed, those people who are in a job they are not happy with, do whatever you can in the next 2 to 3 years to study. Equip yourself with as much information as possible. And I believe that is also the reason why the Singapore government is giving so much incentives and subsidies for Singaporeans to go for skills future courses. The government is like sponsoring at least, I believe, few $1,000s per individual for them to upgrade their skills, because the government in Singapore also can understand this part that in the future what is most valuable is no longer physical products, no longer assets, even property. All right, in the next 20 years, property prices will become stagnant. It will not boom like the universal period, like the last 20 years. For the last 20 years, which is from 2013 to 2003 to 2023, that was the period of the earth element，就是我们的霸运，霸运是属土的。The elemental energy trend is of the earth energy. So in the last 20 years, throughout the world, all the economies rely on one thing, for prosperity, or for great financial development, which is property, real estate, right? As long as you have property, you have houses, you have real estate, you will become billionaire. Like people like the Kashing, etc. All right, all these property tycoons. But in the next 20 years, we are talking about the next 20 years, technology, ideas, right? Because ideas is something that is intangible. Technology is related to the fire element. Cosmetic, all right? Cosmetic is another aspect that will bloom, will become very lucrative in the future, and also AI, cryptocurrency, all these things will be very lucrative in the next 20 years. So property will not decline, but it will kind of, run along a plateau, all right? It will not see great increase in terms of value because a lot of people, right, due to their jobs being replaced by AI, they will also become entrepreneur, technopreneur, especially. They will work from home, start some kind of business themselves online. All right, that will be a main social trend in the next 20 years. Okay, so we all should be ready. Okay, just remember. All right, um, it is going to be a very different world. It is a chaotic world. Will there be nuclear explosion? I believe there will be, or at least some kind of very quick explosion that is similar to that happened in the 1940s, Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japanese, was the Japanese, some of the islands or provinces were being nuked by nuclear bombs because that was the period of the fifth period. Fifth period is of Lian Zhen, is of Wu Wang. It is period of time whereby there will be a lot of deaths, etc., etc., etc. So the ninth period is of what we call the you know 他個六萬年破咗富有，but okay, Yobi is quite interesting in a way, right? It will see kind of like there will be division between nations because of a Li Gua. The Li is actually also representing separation. So there will be global tension. For example, U.S. will have a very strong opposition towards China. Then Taiwan will also, want to break free from China, and then nations just will not cooperate with one another. They will enter into war with one another. Like now Russia is at war with Ukraine. This kind of wars will escalate and create more global tensions. So it's not going to be a peaceful 20 years. I have to be honest. All right. A lot of wars will take place. So it's going to be, we all have to be psychologically ready that we will witness a lot of cruelty of nations, the kind of military aggressions against one another, etc. So it's going to be pretty sad, but hopefully we learn to be and it is especially in this chaotic time that Buddhist teaching is especially important to hold on to what is right, to hold on to the proper way of human conduct, right? To learn to walk the path of truth, right, which will help us, right? So I will always also encourage all of us, right, to be more, to turn inward, to find peace within, because the world in the next 20 years is not going to be a peaceful one. We must learn to look within and find peace within our own heart. And of course, chanting will help. As someone who love to chant, right? Some of the very good kata, right, that you can chant, right? For example, will be the Chinabongjian kata. I know, right? All of us will. Some of us find it very hard to chant, right? But learn it step by step. If you are able to learn all these chanting, it will help you to calm your mind and also give you wisdom. So one of my most favorite kata is Chinabong Jet, okay, which I have taught all of us before. All right, it goes like this, all right. We always recite the Lama Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa 3 times. Okay, so it goes Lama Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Okay, for 3 times. Okay, so to give you a very clear teaching on this kata, it goes like this. Okay, Putta Kamo Na Pe Puttan. ทานังคาโมนาเพทานังคาเยคายาคาเยยายันเทวนันปิยตาสุทธาวาอิติปิโสภควายามราชานุท้าวเวสสุวรรณนุมารานันสุขัน Arahan Sukhato Namo Buddhaya. So this is one of the most powerful mantra or kata in Theravada Buddhism, 就是小乘佛教啦哈。So it will help us to invite all the deities and all the Buddhas to protect us and to grant us the wisdom of living, all right? The Buddhist wisdom of living. So I encourage all of us to really spend time learning this kata, because it will help us greatly, all right? It will help us to cultivate peace and wisdom and also good luck, all right, in our smooth sailing in our life, all right? So to repeat one more time, it goes like this, all right? Putta kamo na pe puttan. Tanan kamo na pe tanan. Ka ye ka ya te wat nan biya tan sutawa. อิติปิโสปะกวายามราชานุท้าวเวสสุวรรณุมาระนันสุขันอารากันสุขัตโตนะโมพุทธายะ Okay, so I hope, right, for all those people who feel that, life is chaotic, and sometimes you are disturbed by worries, anxiety in this, in this new era, do chant, all right? Do chant a lot. I usually, when I'm not chanting, I will also be listening, right? Put on my earphone and listen to this kata to give myself peace of mind, to free myself from, any kind of things that are troubling me, and of course also to bring myself smooth sailing and protection, especially when I'm driving, right? I don't want to get into any accident, so I also will say this kata to as a form of protection for myself. Okay, so to really summarize what I'm trying to say today, right? September, October, November, right? Even December, all right, is not going to be a peaceful time. The world will be rather chaotic. There will be great global changes in the month of October towards November, first week, or before the 7th of November. All right, the world will see a new order. So let's hope it is a positive order. But I can't deny that the next 3 years is going to be chaotic. And October, there is likely to be earthquake, very major earthquake, or very great traffic accident. That include air traffic accident, plane crash, major car crashes, causing a lot of life loss, etc. And November and December will also not going to be very peaceful globally. But we have to be prepared, right? We have to face the fact, and life is not a big of roses, and just have to do what we can, right? Do our best to prepare ourselves and change our life for the better, because it is only when we have peace inside of our heart, and when we can change ourselves to be better, then we can make our external world to be a better one. So because my laptop is running out of battery, thank you all once again for your kind support. I will continue to do what I can in the next coming days that I'm in Thailand to help the underprivileged families, and also those who are in need of help. And really, all of us, right, regardless which countries you are at, please stay safe. Okay. I have clients and viewers from all over the globe. So wherever you are, please stay safe. Avoid dangerous places. It is no joke. Okay. Don't go and try anything stupid. All right. Yeah. So thank you very much, Fatima, for watching. So once again, thank you for supporting especially all those who have contributed to help the orphans. Thank you very much. Regardless where you are from Singapore, Malaysia, France, like Wallis, thank you very much. Uh, and really, it has been a great joy spreading love and doing what I can, together with you, right, to help these children without parents. They are actually very happy, right? I have given them a heart, right, on your behalf. And they really, I can see it in their eyes that really they are really happy that knowing that you guys love them and care about them. um and to be honest, right, the today is also my mother's birthday. So happy birthday, mommy, and thank you very much for being my mommy. Really, for all of us who have parents, right, remember our parents are our Buddha. Okay. It is really of great fortune that we have parents who are able to look after us. But really, thank the Buddha for the presence of these Longpo who look after this group of orphans. He is doing all that he can to shower them with proper teaching and love. And really, I really learned a lot, right, from all the monks that I cross path with in Thailand. That really, you just need to have a very simple heart of compassion. That's enough. And you'll be able to do great things and change life, change the many lives that we have the affinity to cross path with. Like this Dong Po, um, he really is, I will say, is a fatherly figure to all these orphans. And whenever he can, Li Long Po, right? Beside imparting them with teachings, he will also bring them to travel to different places to learn about to learn about the different parts of Thailand culture and stuff. So this is another one of their photo. So really, it is a great pleasure being able to help in whatever way possible. Okay. So this is another temple that they travel to to learn about Buddhist tradition and history. So really,